Previously on the Death Saving Bros podcast. The barkeep whispers, Harry told me that you might be going to Marnborn.
We are going to Marnborn.
I've got some stuff for you. After 3 days, you arrive. You see a very short humanoid.
I am Chadley.
What did you say your bird's name was?
Kaka.
A tall man approaches. Are you here to help?
Tall fella. What's your name?
Richard Hallowell, the priest of this town. We've had disappearances. The animals in town, they seem listless.
We will deal with your livestock.
And just then I see a cat.
It's hissing at you.
Can I catch it?
So he picks it up, and then I nail the fucker with the firebolt.
The cat dies in Jet's hands.
That's a little traumatic for me.
Jet, when you picked it up, its line of sight was to the right.
Does my character sense any evil?
You do sense evil.
Look in that direction, flip up the eye patch, use true sight.
You see a flash of pallid white all the way to the edge of town, and you see nothing. The only thing is a well.
I am scouting the area.
You see a puddle of blood. Belongs there.
I taste the blood.
I give you a weird look.
A woman comes walking up.
Are you okay, Alice?
Her cows seem to be acting the same way as that cat.
The cows are staring towards town.
Kaka takes off then. I go to see what Kaka can see.
You see pallid white head on a long, spindly neck. Seems to be some sort of sound coming out of the mouth.
When a minor illusion, the sound.
As you say that, you don't remember the noise anymore because it never happened for you.
We go camp out by the well.
We're not going by the fucking well. I'm visibly not okay with this fucking well.
The inn owner is sweeping the stairs.
Can I borrow that broom? I'd like to sweep up a bunch of dust to see if an invisible thing is passing through it.
There's nothing there.
These people that disappeared.
There have been no disappearances in town. As you looked at the scroll that Harry sent you, sure enough, written there, it says disappearances. And then at the bottom, it also says, I know that you and Thornton always get your man.
Are any of you named Thornton?
No.
Nah.
Welcome to another episode of the Death Saving Bros podcast. I am your host and dungeon master, Paul Camper. With me today, I have Matt Smith, Brad Richards, Eric Nemeth,
Oh,
Ben Renfro, Brad Renfro, and returning for another episode with us is our special guest, Tyler Vidito.
It's fine. It's fine.
It is fine. It
Narrator's voice. It was not fine.
It was not fine.
It was very much not.
I like to say they put up a
Fine.
good fight. I like to say.
Though he said it was fine, it was not fine. All was not well, and the story continued.
In the 100-acre woods with Winnie the Pooh.
Hey guys, I think my house is haunted.
It's fine.
My Alexa just started talking.
I've been
How
there.
much you're willing to offer to have it taken care of.
I had my Alexa and my Siri talk to each other for a minute. It lasted about 13 seconds, and then they just gave up on things. They asked each other a question and could not compute.
Let's go ahead and recap real quick what happened last episode. Episode 50. Now it's episode 51.
We don't remember. It's
That was
fine.
too long ago.
We went to Marborn and everything was fine.
Since, Tyler, you are aware of what happened in the last episode, why don't you go ahead and do us the honor?
Mother. Previously in the Adventures of the Revengers, they go to a tavern to where they completely forgot that they got a bunch of potions. One of them notably the protection against psychic. They all head over to the town of Marnborn, where they immediately encounter a suspicious looking halfling who seems to be not making all much sense. Going into the looking around, they see a cat. Cat is making odd noises, and they immediately suss out the genius idea that they should assassinate it with a fireball and a tackle. After stealthily taking care of the situation and saving the town, they realized the cat was not in fact the big bad evil guy of the town, and the cat was actually looking at something that was really haunting the town. But everything seems fine. Too fine. They walk around and they explore and they find the well. The well that seemed also fine. In a blood puddle
So fun.
that was fine. While Chadley took a little taste test to see if he could figure out what the problem was, everybody seemed to be looking around, figuring out why everything was fine. The locals seemed to be acting weirder, but it was fine. After they sussed out and looked around at the farm animals that was part of Alice's team, one of the local residents, Chadley decided that he was going to send his crow and then look and see what was going on. And it turned out, it was fine. Because Chadley completely forgot that there was horrific looking monsters that was going through the town. After relaying this information before forgetting, everybody started screaming and shouting at each other in weird tongues trying to figure out what this call was. They really seemed to have some kind of trouble, and so they decided, well, one of our certain paladins on a warbird decided that they were going to go in town to do battle, or figure out if it was fine. Going into town, they realized things might not be fine. And so, it's fine. They go into the tavern, have a little chit chat with Elin, one of the people that seems to be fine, to where he reminded, the DM reminded Chadley that upon looking at the paperwork that explained the whole situation, he's with the wrong group. Not only that, he seems to be in an area that doesn't even have the right effects of what's going on. Something doesn't seem fine. Was that close enough? Or?
That was very thorough.
Oh, sorry.
You're making us look bad.
I did not tackle that cat.
So I was walking off at that point, like muttering to myself, because I looked at the paperwork and everything on it was incorrect. Either I was with a bunch of loons posing as demons, or sorry, demons posing as a bunch of loons seeking to help me out. I'm saying this to myself. Or something's going on that is messing either with my memory or with this paperwork, and I am like hiding in the corner trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay, then let me go ahead and clarify this. So it does say, I will send, Harry wrote in his message to you, I will send help. However, he appreciates everything that you and Thornton have done for the Purified, and that you are both going north to deal with the issue in Marnborn.
Okay,
So
that checks through.
Thornton is unaffiliated with this help that has shown up.
Okay. But the fact that in this paperwork you've said that the animals are also missing as well as people.
The animals are acting strange. People are missing.
So there are in fact people missing, even though every time we kind of bring it up, it just seems fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Like nobody says shit.
Yep. And Elin said, "What are you talking about? There aren't any disappearances around here."
Hey, Chadley, can I see that paper real quick?
Well, let's not forget that
He
as
just got
he was
speared.
walking away, I speared the
sure.
hell out of him.
You're gonna spear me a second time.
I want to grab the paper off the ground then and look at it.
Second time's the charm. 2 times.
Do I see him get back up?
As you do that, you see me roll 2 dice, and I get a 17 out of 14 for the DM's discretion of Portent.
What am I trying to decide?
Just getting it out of the way, just in case. Being a divination wizard, I have the ability to have portents, which means I can replace 2 numbers in any way I want to. I rolled a 17 and a 14.
Okay.
Also, I accept the tackle.
As you get back up,
Do I see him get back up?
yeah, you see him getting back up.
That is fine.
My chapter hasn't ended yet. I stand once more.
Did he drop the paper he was reading when he was speared?
Sure, it went flying out of his hand.
Can I pick it up?
I cast Firebolt at it. Ask for permission first.
Please, may I see your paper?
I do this weird finger thing and the Firebolt shoots up to the roof before it sizzles. Sure, of course, yeah.
Okay, I read your paper.
All right.
God, this guy's like a fucking wizard or something.
Holy shit, magic!
You see on the paper exactly what I described earlier, that Harry has written to Chadley. In essence, it says, I understand that you've been herding the goblins away from the center of the kingdom, but we really need your help up in Marnborn. There have been disappearances, the livestock is acting weird, and nobody seems to know exactly what's going on. I really appreciate everything that you and Thornton have done for the Purified, and I know that you will succeed in Marnborn as you have everywhere else. You are a wonderful pair, and I will make sure to send help to assist you both in Marnborn.
Help my ass.
All right, sounds like Harry wants to suck your dick a little, but here you go. I hand it back. And
Can I take a look at that and read it over real quick too?
Absolutely.
luck.
And you know what? I will help you. I'm gonna read out. There's a couple of dialects. I will read out the little parts here. Now you see this one. This is a. It says Harry.
Okay.
It's more like Harry. And he starts pointing out the words and like muttering it to your ear. Like, yeah.
I'm like doing my best to kind of retain all of these tips and everything you're teaching me about reading right now.
Absolutely. The intonation of the vowel is very important here. Wow, you're really perceptive.
Thank you. All right.
all right, so based off of everything we've seen about people forgetting shit and the fact that this paper says their disappearances and that, what's his name? Elon? Elon saying, no, there's no disappearances. Do I think he's just like forgetting it, like everyone's forgetting everything, or do I think he's like
Truly believes.
intentionally covering something up?
Give me an insight check.
Ooh. After reading this paper, I think I would like to do the help action if I could to give him advantage, or if you just want me to roll myself, that's fine too.
Sure, you can help him and give him advantage, because I think he's going to need it.
Does it have to do with demons?
It has nothing to do with demons.
That's almost insightful in itself.
10.
Use
God
your inspiration.
damn it.
And that was the good roll.
Inspiration.
Oof.
The poor roll was 4.
Yeah, you think that,
It's fine.
no, you think that he truly believes that there aren't any disappearances.
Okay. I think we should try to find
Church.
The church?
Church.
Jesus.
where some of these disappeared people live
The temple?
and then see if we can track them from there. And see
Wait,
where they went.
didn't the first guy we talked to, didn't he say something about disappearances?
Father Hallowell?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
He said something about disappearances.
The church.
And he lives here.
The church.
Yes, he's the priest.
I immediately start going to the church.
Yeah, it sounds like we should go to the church
He's
then.
got his head on his shoulders.
The sun has set at this point,
Oh,
and Elon
fuck.
calls out to you as you walk away. He goes, Father Hallowell won't be over there at this time of night. He'll return in the morning. If you would like, I still have that roasted chicken with boiled carrots with cardamom and mashed potatoes. If you would like to have a meal, spend the night. You're here to help with the livestock, so no charge. And you can go see him in the morning.
Okay, so we eat dinner, go to bed, wake up. It's the next day. We go to the church.
Yes, I'd like a 2-piece breast and thigh meal, please.
Nothing happened during the night. Everything's fine.
Original recipe.
It's
I
all
just
fine.
walk back in and going, choo choo.
Yes, you eat your meal, and it is served to you by Elon. He introduces you to his wife, Carla, who is human with curly blonde hair and green eyes. She puts the plates down in front of you and says, "Oh, you all look like really strapping young men. What are all your names?"
I cast silence. No, I don't have silence.
I do, and I cast it. I cast it hard.
I look at the 2 orcs, the halfling, and the tiefling. It's like, who are you calling men?
Carla says, What's all your boys' names?
Oh, you omitted the men part, huh? Wow, 2019 of you. Chadley.
We went from men to boys.
What are your names?
You assume we have names?
Brixius, Jet, Abionitis, Abe, and Prothean.
Well, which one's which?
I'm Sean.
I'm Joe.
Laszlo Drakatinovich.
Chadley, pleased to meet you.
Chadley, I know you, Chadley.
Oh, fine, suck my ass.
I'd pay to see that. Well, I mean,
My name is Gooch Gleesmorn.
You know my name. It's fine. I don't want to wink. But again, since I'm wearing an eye patch, it just looks like I'm blinking normally.
You can call me Daddy.
I will refrain from doing that, thank you.
I have something to admit. My name is not Sean. I was not truthful. It is Brixius. Brixius Hammerbottom.
And he looks at you and he looks over at Ambionitis and he goes, brothers?
That's racist.
It is weird of you to assume that, but you are very correct in that assumption. We are brothers, and together this group is collectively known as the Revengers.
You're the younger?
No.
No. Wait.
You're older, but just smaller.
You're
Right. Yeah, I'm older, actually.
Visible sign of rage in your eyes.
I know. I know the feeling. Well, yep. Great dinner. About 15 minutes late. I would not give this a great Yelp review. He totally forgot the paprika.
He hasn't been forgetting anything. Elin is doing wonderfully.
I stare at her with cold eyes.
Don't give me that look, Chadley.
I'm pretty much in a child's seat at this point because I can barely see above the table. But it's like that guy from Home Improvement. I'm just like staring over the fence at her.
Oh, Wilson?
Yes, thank you. All right, off the bed. Free food's free food, right? God, it tastes like Jack in the Box.
Carla goes her way. Chadley still doesn't know your real names. And you finish your meal, go to bed. During the night...
Before we go to bed, I want to look at
You want to jack off?
Abe. Well, also, but look at Abe and say, did you grab the potions that the barkeep got since we're sitting in this bar?
Since everyone's telling me I did, apparently I did.
Okay.
I spin to the spot. Potions?
Did I grab all 5 of the healing potions? Because I thought I said I split them.
You
but
did.
I don't know if everyone else actually
Well,
took
you
them.
gave each of us one of those.
So do I just have the rest?
I suppose.
Okay.
So, what all did he give you? Because I stopped paying attention after
So
the healing
there's the
potions.
psychic resistance. Is that resistance, damage resistance to psychic? Does that do anything other than just straight damage resistance? Would I know?
Yes, you would know that it's damage.
We drink all of them.
Would I know that it also helps against mind control effects or anything
It does not
like that?
help against mind
So
control
it's just
effects.
straight damage.
Yes.
Okay.
You chug that and you can tell a bard to go fuck himself and his vicious mockery you do shit.
I mean, you always tell bards to go fuck themselves.
Wait a moment, I have a spell that does the same thing.
Resistance to psychic damage?
Yeah, protection from energy. I get to pick what damage type.
There.
Why the fuck did you not use that?
Cause I'm a dumb fuck?
Alright, so there's that one. There's the fire resistance potion, right?
Yes.
And then there's the speed,
Speed.
the amphetamines.
Yes. Go fast.
Gotta go fast.
and I can end one effect on myself
You
with
can
an
fuck
action.
off.
All right. I was just curious. Okay. I'll go to bed and be possessed in the middle of the fucking night, apparently.
You all sleep restfully.
Do we
but
gain another level because we're so well rested?
Before I go to sleep, I would like to do my meditations, try to use Purify Body or whatever to end any sort of effects that are on myself. If anything happens from that, let me know. If not, I will go to sleep and regain whatever.
I'll also say that Kaka is keeping sentry over me, occasionally looking out the window. I'm sure he'll probably see that bullshit and then forget about it, but
Cheddar is well fed and always watching.
Can it be like Oblivion where we have a bunch of level ups built up and then every time you sleep,
you get 30.
you level up, but only once per sleep. So you have to take 5 1 hour naps in a row.
I mean, that'd be cool if you guys had actually accomplished anything, but you haven't
we
accomplished
did. We
anything
came
yet.
here. We saw some bullshit.
All right. So you go to sleep. Kaka is keeping watch, as is Cheddar.
shouting in my sleep, he's not my father.
Do any of us hear that?
No. But Abe and Ambionitis, and also Chadley, you all have a dream. It is the same dream. You dream of a man with 5 faces, standing in the square just outside the Will-O-Wisp. You see him sweeping dirt, just like Jet had done earlier in the day, but it only goes so high. So he blows the dust higher, and you see it form around something hovering in the sky. And suddenly you wake as Kaka goes, "Ah! Ah!"
I'm already upright. I saw a vision. Oh God, they're coming again. It wasn't even father.
I want to be like, fucking shit, and wake up with a dagger up.
Just Mario leap out of the fucking bed.
Yeah. Just, woohoo! And also have morning wood. Wait, is it morning or is it still the middle of the night?
It's very early day.
Okay, morning wood, yeah.
8 hours?
Yes, you're all well rested.
Okay, cool. I press my face to the window.
Okay. You do that and you don't see anything. However, you hear an unnatural silence, as if there was something that had been ringing in your ears and suddenly stopped, and you hadn't noticed that it was there until it was gone. Kawkaw starts to tell you there's something there, and then Kawkaw calms down.
I start to strangle my bird. What are you telling me?
What's everybody's passive perception in the room except Chadley?
17.
17.
16.
I say I have a 10, so I mean, let's be real here.
Everybody else in the room, you notice as Chadley grabs for Kawkaw, there's blood dripping off his arm.
Off
Off
of
of Chadley's arm?
Off of Chadley's arm.
I lick it.
Chadley, your arm.
How dare you lick my own blood?
I'm gonna
Is it
grab
like from him? Like, is there a wound on his arm that it's
I'm
coming
gonna grab
from?
his arm before he can strangle the bird and say, "Hold on, what is this right here?"
You turn over his arm, and yes, it's his blood. His arm is wounded, and looking at the wound, you can see that there are words scratched into his arm.
Would that read?
say?
It says, "It's looking." And Chadley, if you look under your fingernails, you can see that there's flesh under your fingernails.
Oh, my Neptune. All because I gave a poor Yelp review. Boys, I think I had a rash last night. And the rash is cognizant.
So, like, I obviously remember, like, I had this dream.
Yes,
So there was a guy with 5 faces.
yes.
Was it Helaros?
It's the same
Idea.
image that you've seen all over Trugala.
Okay.
And the same images that you saw way back in the Free Cities, back in South Salt and Noshbra.
May I do something drastic?
What?
Seems like you already did something drastic.
I would like to open the window and shout out, "I see you too, fuckface."
You do that.
I want to get a bow ready when he does that.
Minor illusion, a very large middle finger, 5x5, and I just start aiming it around at anybody or anything that could see me.
You're casting minor illusion. You've got this middle finger up, waving it back and forth outside the window, and the only person outside is Father Hallowell, who's walking towards the church. And he looks at you askance and kind of
So
waves.
he sees me with unkempt hair, blood running from my arm with some weird tracing, and just sees me bursting out of the window saying, "I see you too, fuckface," while flipping off something in his general direction. I do believe my support link with him just went up.
Yeah, he kind of gives you a quick wave and then keeps going towards the church.
Have a good day, Father Hallowell. Fuck.
I'm concerned that he didn't seem as concerned as he should be.
Everything's fine with that dude.
It's fine.
So at this point,
I still want to go to the church.
I want to look at everybody else and say, did anybody else have any dreams they want to share?
Like what?
Yeah, I had a dream. There was that kitten that I blew up, and that kitten was actually alive, and it was a really nice cat, and it started talking to me, and that's what I was dreaming about, was kittens.
I just look at you very serious and say, "I don't dream."
Okay, that's scientifically impossible. You always dream. Maybe you just don't remember it.
Now, did you have a dream?
I had a dream.
What was your dream, Prothean?
a dream of years gone by.
My dream was I just saw playing with the rocks in my bag. As I take out this emerald in my bag and start looking through it. I look out the window while holding up this emerald in my bag.
You look out the window. His dream was his conversation with me outside the podcast. You look through the gem, and suddenly you realize that this emerald you've been carrying around since episode 16
Damn.
or episode 17 is actually an emerald of true sight.
Talk about a fucking Chekhov's gun.
And
They finally misfired.
it has 3 charges per day, so you have just used 1 charge. You can see up to 120 feet with true sight as long as you're looking through this emerald. You don't see anything through this emerald, but you can kind of see like the remnants of magic that are starting to dissipate.
Holy crap, this is magical rock.
These things haven't been traveling in the ethereal plane, correct?
Correct.
Okay, just making sure that I get a full understanding of that spell I used yesterday.
Yeah, your invisibility also allowed you to see into the ethereal plane, but no, you did not see it.
Oh, my Neptune.
Okay, I look at Abe, since he asked me, and very quietly I want to say, yeah, I did have one. And that had to do with
Was
Helaros.
it a sexy dream?
No, there was dust and a guy holding a shaft, but that's about it.
That sounds familiar.
No, I did
I
that
think I
last
had
night.
the same dream.
I perk up at this. Me too. Well, holy shit. Congratulations, you're all divination wizards.
Cool. Do we gain a level for divination wizardry?
Absolutely. Silver stars for everybody.
I think y'all just might have had a few drinks.
Well, if you all had the same dream, how come his arm is all scratched and bucked to hell, and you guys are still fine?
He was by the window.
He's also been here longer than we have, right?
That's also true.
All right, makes sense to me.
And he's a wizard.
So, you said there was dust and a shaft in this dream, and Helaros.
Yeah.
Helaros was playing with the dusty shaft.
Well, someone with 5 faces, and I want to look at you, like, firmly, and then look at Captain Fuckface Tormlover, and then look back at you, and say someone with 5 faces was dusting the street, and then blew dust in the air, and he wasn't that far off.
Like the great god of the realm, Helaros?
No,
I mean, Torm's only true god.
like a guy
Yes,
wearing
it was
a
Torm,
mask.
but with 5 faces.
Right. Storm has 5 faces, of course.
Right.
I wasn't that far off with what?
The throwing dust in the air.
I draw my sword.
What are you trying to sword at?
I pointed at you.
Well, I was agreeing with you.
What did you say? Torm does not have 5 faces.
Prothean, put the fucking sword down, dick nose.
Torm is handsome. Not as handsome as you, of course, but, spitting image, right?
Yes. I put my sword away.
Whew. Oh boy. Note to self. Don't disturb ugly.
Wait, did you say that out loud?
I send message to myself to say that. You just see me point at myself randomly and I just nod.
You're talking some mad shit within crusading reigns.
Jesus. I keep myself within 35 feet of
Prothean.
So, we need to go to the church.
That's what I was saying.
All right. You make your way downstairs, and Elin is in the common room, and he's wiping down the tables and says, "Oh, good morning. Did you want some porridge?"
No
Order
thank you.
yourself.
Do you have brown sugar and raisins?
Yes, we do.
Then absolutely.
All right, I'll just go grab it. I have to do all the work myself these days, since I own this place by myself.
That doesn't seem right.
Oh, I look like eyeball sticking out look.
Huh.
Hey, can I see the schedule, your employee schedule that you have up on the wall? I'm sure, like most places.
Right. How's Carla doing today?
I don't have any employees. And who's Carla?
Oh, she's dead. Serves her right for having that voice.
Oh boy. She got 2019. That's not good. The SJW's got her. She assumed we had names, guys. We're fucked.
Sprint out the front door.
All right, Ambionitis goes sprinting out the front door.
I follow.
Follow.
The follow, but considerably slower.
I was gonna say, none of you are running with me.
Kind of like a magnet Iquala backpack onto the back of Brixius.
Yeah, I just pick him up and throw him over. Let's go.
So what's your speed?
50.
50. That's with the boots.
Yeah.
Damn.
So you could actually dash 100 every 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Goddamn. What if you cast Expeditious Retreat?
Guy's getting a little OP.
That would be up to 300 feet per second.
Jeez. Who
Or
needs
per 6 seconds.
who
You can
needs
keep
to
up with
teleport?
me.
That's
Who
still
needs to
50 feet a
teleport?
second.
You get the jump spell and you combine it with that, and you just give up the
The Hulk.
adventure in life.
Just
Just play professional sports.
You make it to the front of the church in no time at all.
sure.
It is a whitewashed, rectangular wooden building. There's a small steeple, and on the front of the building there is the 5-faced god image.
Fuck. I go in.
I say we burn it down.
All right, and
I
then
blind Prothean.
15 minutes later, the rest of us show up.
Look, Prothean, it's the one-faced god Torm. Don't look at it.
You enter into the church. There are simple wooden benches, wooden pews, in 2 rows up to the front of the sacristy. And at the front, there's a simple wooden altar, but the back wall is the only ornate thing in this entire town. It is an elaborate mosaic of gold, garnet, and rose quartz depicting the 5 aspects of Helaros and an interpretation of the famous mural, The Victory of Helaros and the People over the Demons of the Abyss. So it's not the 5 faces, it is 5 individual faces. You have the Goddess of Knowledge, you have the God of Revenge, which is in order Ioun, Sargonis. Then you have the Goddess of Evil and Greed, Tiamat. Then you have the God of Good and Light, Pelor, the God of Justice and Balance, Torm, and
My boy.
all of these are interconnected.
So you said it's the painting of about the demons of the abyss and everything. Is that the same painting that we saw in...
Astracane?
Yeah,
Yes, it is very similar. It's a mosaic, so it takes a little liberty.
gotcha. Cool. And is the priestly dude in here?
Yes, he is sitting up front, his head bowed in prayer.
All right, well, I'm going to disregard him praying, and just when I see that mosaic, I yell, "Demons!" And I walk up to him, and I'd like to tap him on the shoulder.
You're supposed to say Republicans, not that word.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Father Hallowell looks up at you and says, You all that came into town yesterday, how fares your search?
What do you know about the demons in this painting?
I just know that Helaros and the people of Trugala put them back where they came from. That's all I know. I don't know anything about them individually.
Do you remember the name Carla? Does it ring a bell to you?
Carla. No, I don't believe so.
I mean, this is like a town of 500. I'm pretty sure you would know her. You would know somebody named Carla if they were here, right? That runs part of a tavern?
Of course, I'm the spiritual guidance of this city, of this town, so I know everybody.
Right. So if you knew, let's say a new hire, of course, works for Elin?
Yes, of course, I know Elin, but he has no employees.
Oh, Carl got got herself killed.
Are there any houses that are empty in town recently? Or just at all, I guess?
Father Hallowell puts his finger to his lips and strokes his black beard and thinks for a second and goes, Actually, you know what? There are some houses that have been not recently vacant, but unusually vacant for a long time. Just next door to the glass blower, Thony. Maybe you could go talk to him. Maybe he knows something if you're trying to move into our fair town.
All right, I say we go check out that house.
Do you have a broom by chance?
Yes, there's a broom in the back.
Can I borrow that?
Of course. As long as you promise to bring it back.
I will.
And
I
he
think you
hands
need
you
to
the
make
broom.
a deception check.
Yeah, so you have a broom.
I want to go see the house that he mentioned.
Shouldn't we
Not Thony.
sweep the ground like in the dream?
Prothean,
What?
you want to let me see that stone you had a minute ago?
Sure, I toss it over.
Thank you. I want to walk outside and using my light vision, look through the stone. Do I see shit?
No, you don't see anything through the stone. And that is 2 charges of true sight on that stone.
I put down the stone. Do I see shit using my light vision?
No, it looks like it's going to be a wonderfully sunny day.
Talk about some rose-tinted glasses.
But not as sunny because you've got your light vision.
I throw the stone back to Prothean and I start brushing up dust like a mother.
All right. It comes up to about head level.
I want to flank. Can I use the broom to throw it up?
It doesn't get much higher than head level.
Brother, are you trying to put dust in the air like in your dream?
Yeah.
What is your goal? Just to get it higher?
In the air.
I would like to scoop up a handful of dust with my mage hand and let it fly 30 feet in the air above the said area and dump dust.
Oh, with your mage hand?
Yes.
Yeah. That gets it up 30 feet in the air and then it falls down and doesn't settle on anything at the moment.
Ooh, dust.
Oof.
Where's the nearest alleyway of buildings?
The church is a little bit separate from everything on that square, so about 30 feet away.
I go in between the alleyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I definitely follow him into the alleyway.
Brixius, do that again.
What again?
The dust thing with the mage hand.
Oh, yeah, watch this. Scoop up the mage hand, or scoop up the dust with the mage hand, fly it up, sprinkle it down.
It doesn't fall on anything in that alleyway.
How the fuck would he have got it higher?
Or you're just not looking in the right spot.
I mean,
The
also,
well.
yeah.
The blood splatter in the well,
Fuck the well.
Let's go to the well.
but it's
Oh,
fine.
Wait, was there a specific spot that we remember
In the
That-
dream.
Helaros was standing in the dream?
He was standing in the square doing this,
Oh, fuck, that's right, it was in the square.
but he was standing just outside the Will-O-Wisp.
I want to go to the exact spot that, if I remember correctly, where he was.
Meanwhile, I'd like to send Kaka towards the well.
Okay.
I want to have a bow ready, just, in case.
Okay. So everybody is in the spot that you remember Helaros being just outside the Will-O-the-Wisp as he was sweeping things up. Are you asking Brixius to do the same thing with the...
Well, I want to tell them, on the way over there, I want to tell them, what it was, and, my dream and all that, and why this is important, so we understand what we're doing, so that they would be ready in case we see something.
Okay.
But yeah, I
I
want
want
to
to write
start.
that furiously with the other notes.
I want to start sweeping and trying to kick dust up as high as I can, but have him
Brixius.
fuckface with the mage hand.
Brixius?
Yeah, fuckface with the
Mage
mage hand.
Handius.
I have a name, brother. Fuck you.
Fuckface.
I would like to repeat my set of actions. I would like to pick up the dust with the mage hand, and then I would like to blow it into my brother's face for his rude comments, and then I would like to pick up more dust, fly it up, and sprinkle it down.
All right. As you do that,
Uh-oh. I cast mage armor.
Kaka suddenly comes streaking back towards you with a telepathic link, and even as it's conveying the message to you, it's forgetting.
Is it saying at least 1 or 2 words before it kind of fizzles out?
Yes. Kaka is saying, "It's coming out of the well!" And then
Just fizzles out.
if you ask any follow-ups, Kaka doesn't even remember. But as the dust is sprinkling down, it settles on a rounded surface.
How high up is the rounded surface?
It is 25 feet in the air.
Damn it.
Should have took jump.
I want to cast something at it, but I feel like that would be disastrous.
I want to shoot it.
I have an idea. Do you guys remember that episode where we're at the farmhouse and I javelin my greatsword? I'm gonna do that now.
Okay, so Prothean and Abe, both give me attack rolls.
You know what? For funsies, could I join in on that for the firebolt?
Yeah.
Because I am desperate to hit something here.
I want to shoot it twice, actually.
I'm rolling this as strength or dexterity because I'm throwing a sword.
It would be strength.
That would be strength.
Acrobatics.
Well, it's technically a thrown object, so in that case you use dexterity.
Athletics.
You gotta get the sword moving.
So dexterity then?
Yeah, use dexterity, Prothean. So Abe is attacking twice. Prothean is hawking his longsword.
Greatsword.
Oh, his greatsword. And Chadley is shooting a firebolt.
Yes, I shout with whatever ferocity at him in Draconic, "I see you, motherfucker." Obviously in a clearly more aggressive tone, but I shout as viciously as I can at him to make sure I locked eyes, even if I can't see it.
So how would that sound?
Get angry at us.
Oh god.
Oh, that's some
Nice.
Skyrim type shit right there.
Yeah,
I hope
that-
you
that
like
was-
clipping, by the way, because that was top notch for you.
Don't
we
worry.
love clipping.
Yeah, we work with Be Rich. It's always clipping. All right, so we will
Clipping
go
time.
with Abe first since he said that he was going to shoot first.
All right. I rolled a 25 and a 26.
Both will hit. Give me damage.
Swag.
You're shooting on a platform?
I'm shooting at a thing floating in the air, I guess. 26.
All right, 26 damage is done, and suddenly blood, but not like blood as you know it, more like black ichor, comes spurting out of this invisible object that the dust had settled on. And now I need Prothean to give me his attack roll.
22.
That is also going to hit. Your greatsword goes end over end, piercing the side of this invisible object, and give me damage.
11. Oh, I had my strength to that, right?
Dexterity.
So 16.
Okay, again, that black ichor starts spurting out, and now the firebolt.
I see the ichor and I jump out of the way, giving me not as nearly good of a roll, and I hit with the 15. Or I aimed with the 15.
You're still able to hit the side of this thing, and your firebolt explodes upon impact, and suddenly the thing that you could not see is visible. You see a long, spindly neck that is pallid white and corpse-like in its appearance and its texture. And as you're looking at this thing, the spindly neck has been stretched down the street towards the glass shop that you had passed on the way in. The head comes snapping around towards you, looking at you with its dark eyes void of light, and its neck snaps back through the alleyways, disappearing in between the buildings.
So it's fleeing?
Yes, and let's roll for initiative.
I would say I am pursuing at my full capable speed, which is very fast.
Chadley got a 14.
9 for me.
12.
I got a natural 1.
14.
And I got a 19.
So, Jet, you are first, and you are pursuing at your full capabilities.
Yes.
How do you do that?
So, okay.
I just said at his full capabilities.
I mean, okay, you said I see him, like, snap his neck around the building and, like, disappear. Do I know that's, like, the direction towards where the well is at?
Yes.
Okay, so I just want to take off at that direction. I will start by full dead sprinting straight up the nearest building, and I will be pursuing via rooftop.
Okay. You run up the side of the nearest building, and as you're running across the rooftop, you can still see the glimpse of this head, this corpse head on a spindly neck, retracting into the well.
As a bonus action, can I find a shadow and get there?
Yes, it is still early morning, so there are shadows at the edge of the building the next street over.
I can see him going into the well, so I should be able to, as a bonus action, instantly be at that well to
No, it's too
grab
far.
it. Okay.
You can get 60 feet from where you're at, which will get you to the last row of buildings.
All right, I'll be heading towards the well.
Okay. Are you calling out where it's going?
Yeah, I would say it's going towards the well.
All right. Does anybody want to do anything right now, or do you want to go towards the well?
Go towards the wall.
I would cast out of instinct because I know I'm getting ready to get ready for a fight. I would cast mage armor on myself,
Okay.
and I would send Kaka to fly off like above me out of the fight, technically.
I would make a comment saying, holy shit, since when can Jet run up walls?
Kid finally decided to show up.
I just learned how to do that.
Oh, look at the way he's aiming his arms backwards at like perfect angles.
Oh, I did forget to mention that in order to pursue, you see Jet crouch down and take off at a dead sprint. It seems head first. His arms are trailing behind him as though they are wings, just sort of carrying him forward.
Oh my gosh, that thing is shooting kunais at him and he's just dodging every one. Oh, one hit. Oh no, he turned into a plank of log. Wow, he is going.
Substitution jutsu.
Kid's finally pulling his own weight.
So I was just gonna say, I would get mad and rage.
All right. You are now raging, and you are at the well.
Firebolt! Straight down the well.
Are we still like going in turns or like?
I mean, we can kind of fudge with that a little bit, but we're staying in initiative because clearly you're chasing after this thing.
So, who wants to go down the well? Nosies. Yeah, Charlie tucks his nose.
I look at Brixius and Ambionite. So we just throw the little guy into?
Nope. Couldn't get him out.
I would like to cast Cordon of Arrows around the well.
What does that do?
All right. I plant 4 pieces of ammo, arrows or crossbow bolts in the ground within range and lay magic upon them to protect an area. till the spell ends. Whenever a creature other than me or someone I designate, so I'm going to designate like our whole group and Kaka, and preferably any like random townsfolk that just, you know, happen to be wandering by early in the morning and decide to come up to the well when there's like 6 armed people freaking the fuck out around it. I don't know why they would do that, but just in case, I want to designate them as well. And let's see, the first time on a turn that a creature enters that 30 feet, or when it ends its turn there, 1 piece of the ammo flies up to strike it. Must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 damage. I'm going to cast it at a 3rd level spell slot. So there are going to be 6 arrows.
Okay. 6 arrows, and if anything enters or exits.
Like a 30-foot cube, I guess?
If it enters it
Okay.
or ends its turn there.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I guess if it enters and then stays in the spot, it would get hit twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So that is now in effect. Who's going down the well?
I'll jump down it.
Let's do it.
What the fuck are you doing?
I jump on Brixius' shoulder. Double cannonball?
You see me Naruto run vertically down the well as well.
I'm gonna do a swan dive.
Oh, Lord.
How deep is this well?
30 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, nobody check that first.
Nope. I just want to jump down it and mutter angrily as shit. Just motherfucking son of a bitch. God damn it, motherfucker.
No, it was the well.
How dark is it down here?
Dark as shit.
Is there water at the bottom of this well?
What does your light vision tell you in this dark area?
It's dark.
It's dark down there.
Could I cast dancing lights then to create a bunch of orbs under the water?
Sure.
You don't have dark vision?
I don't know if I have dark vision, but honestly, I'm not going to trust myself with dark vision. Yeah, I drop 4 decent-sized orbs about maybe 6 inches across, kind of like how a diver drops a glow stick, and I just let them sink as far down as they go.
Don't worry, little buddy. I have dark vision. Stay on my back. We'll be all right.
You got it, dude. These suckers can go 120 feet, though. I don't know how far into the water you want to go.
As far as it takes.
I'm still swan diving.
I guess as I was using my power to vertically run down the well, I would have stopped at water level since it also allows me, it's like a walk on water too. So I would have just like ran straight into a wall of water.
Jesus Christ.
That makes sense out of that then. You would nimbly stop right at water level as 4 of your other compatriots, technically 5, just like cannonball, screwdriver, swan dive, face first into this pool of water as you're just watching. It's like graceful.
Do we definitely know it's like when I look down the well and I see everyone like jumping in like a madman, do I definitely know it looks like deep enough to like dive into from 30 feet?
You don't know that.
I don't want to dive into
All right.
like,
So
I do want to go down the well. I want to like
Climb.
you know, stick a foot out and 1 foot behind me and kind of like clamber down
give me an athletics
and
check.
then drop.
You give me an athletics check.
Everyone else crushes Jet.
Jet gets down, no problem. Brixius, how are you? You and Chadley are double cannonballing, right?
Yeah, Chadley yelled double cannonball, and I felt the pressure like I had to perform. So,
Cannonball with disadvantage.
so I definitely,
Little brothers forever.
I definitely try
is
to
this
do my
guy?
best form of cannonball.
All right. It's a very shallow body of water. It's an
Damn.
underground river.
You broke your butt.
And
I jump off of Brixius seeing this.
Actually, we just land on Jet.
those of you that jumped, you can take 14 falling damage.
Damn. Do I take half? Because I'm raging.
Yes, you do.
Fuck yeah.
I become
Like
the
it
shadow and dodge.
Fucking matters
You're
for.
angry at the ground.
I was like, fuck.
Oh, my glankles. My glass ankles.
Hey, Paul.
Yes.
Do I get less damage because I landed on top of bodies of everyone else?
No, you were one of the first people down, so
I did ask if there was water in the bottom of this well.
there is water, just
didn't
not a
ask
lot
how
of
much.
water.
Right.
Wait,
I mean, I would have jumped anyway, so.
wasn't the neck of this thing going to the glass shop?
It was going towards the glass shop, yes, but it retracted into the well. So yeah, once you are down at the bottom of the well, Abe, what was your athletics check?
13.
Good enough.
Eat shit.
Cool.
You're slow going down, but you make it down. Once you get down there, you can see that there is a burrowed hole leading back towards the center of town.
Did someone shoot a fireball in there?
How big is said burrowed hole?
Big enough that you can crawl through it.
Hmm.
Single file.
All right, who wants to go first?
Can I actually...
Probably someone with a shield.
I'll go through with my shield out.
Oh,
Yeah, I have a shield, but it's a spell, and quite frankly, I think I lost like a quarter of my health doing that.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't go first. Or last.
I'd like to say that I'm going to climb back up to the surface to see if anything happens up there. As this goes that way, I don't know if y'all are shooting a fireball in there to try to blow it out, but...
Firebolt.
Bolt?
Big difference.
It actually is, I know.
Wait, somebody say fireball?
Nope.
Yes!
No.
I'm gonna say I prepare casting.
so Prothean is going first through this crawl space. Jet has run back to the top of the well.
I want to say my shield and sword are both out.
All right, I want to be behind Prothean with like hand on the shoulder as we're like sidling through. And I want to turn my bow into, I don't want to do it in a cramped area.
One of those claw things.
A pike.
Okay.
Oh, okay. or that.
Prothean, as you're moving forward, the crawl space opens up into a rather large tunnel. It's very rough hewn, very wet, very damp. And at the far end of the cavern, you can see a broken wooden structure, broken wooden wall through the dirt.
You guys okay down there?
I can't feel my toes.
No, we are not.
They're fine.
I think I ruptured my spleen when I jumped down here. I also probably have a broken neck because it's wand-typed.
They're fine. Just let me know if you need me.
I do keep the dancing lights near me just so I can have good vision as we go through this tunnel.
Oh, real quick, I'm gonna use lay on hands and fix myself.
I like raise my finger saying, "Oh,
All right, so the dancing lights are still going from Chadley, and Prothean, you are at the head of this column. And then Abe is directly behind him.
I want to like angle my pike like over his shoulder.
Okay.
If I can.
You can now stand up, just so you know. These dancing lights are casting shadows just at the edge of this tunnel where the wooden wall is. And as you're moving forward, who's behind Abe?
I guess I would be.
All right, Ambionitis is third. Then who's fourth?
I guess I can take up the very back, so I could be pushing Chadley right in front of me.
Okay.
I'd be in the very back if anybody decides to call me back.
And Jet is up top. As you're moving forward, looking into this dancing light, at the edge of your vision, just beyond what you can see, even with your dark vision or light vision, there are shadows over there, and suddenly a head snaps forward on a long, corpse-like neck and tries to bite Prothean.
Oh, I was gonna cast message at it. Say hello.
Are you hostile?
Hi, friend.
Or foe?
I'm watching you. I'll have to carve it in your arm, buddy.
Prothean, does a 21 hit your armor class?
Yes, it does.
With your shield up.
Shield's only +2, right?
Yes.
Yes, it does hit.
Dang.
Okay, you take 13 damage.
That's some bullshit.
Hey, since my pike is like over his shoulder, when it like lunges forward, does it just skewer the fuck out of itself?
You did not prepare a ready action, so...
Dang it. Even though it's just like there.
Goes for his legs.
Do I hear Prothean cry out in pain?
I laugh. I like
You
the
hear-
pain.
Prothean laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, it hurts.
It's so good.
Any sort of outrageous noise from Prothean?
Give me a perception check, Jet. I don't know why you took yourself out of this fight.
Because he doesn't want to be part of the TPK.
It's well over 20.
Okay, yes, you hear Prothean start laughing maniacally.
I'd better head down there and check that out.
Yeah, Kaka lands on your shoulder as you do
I'm gonna
that.
I'm gonna set Cheddar outside and say, "Hey, you come get me if there's anything wrong, okay, buddy?" I'm gonna head down.
Kaka stays outside with Cheddar then. No, I'm just kidding. It stays on his shoulder.
I want to whisper in Prothean's ear, dude, you're fucked.
Yes, Prothean, you are now grappled. It has bitten onto you, and it is dragging you towards the darkness beyond the dancing lights.
I like it rough.
God, how fast can I get there?
And then another head shoots out and is going to attack Abe.
So my pike, that's, in front of me.
Does an 18 hit your armor class?
Just barely.
Not with that pike out.
Yeah, the pike adds. Surely.
As this head snaps forward, it does a parry with its neck, wrapping itself through the pike,
I'm sure it does.
grabbing onto your chest with a bite, dealing you 6 damage, and then it is going to grapple you as well and start pulling you towards the darkness. And then who's third in line? Ambionitis. Does a 25 hit your armor class?
Can't say it does.
A third head is going to shoot out of the darkness and latch onto your shoulder, throwing you to the ground and start dragging you to the darkness, dealing you
Oh, Lord.
13 damage, but that is not halved, so you take 7. And then, who's fourth in line? Chadley?
I was originally on his shoulders, but yes, I was picked up by Brixius, and like the doting father he is, he's like, go forward, my little bird, you'll be strong. So I'm hobbling forward.
Does a 28 hit your armor class?
Let me check, yes.
You are going to be dealt 12 damage as it latches onto your arm and starts dragging you into the darkness.
Let me guess. Is there conveniently another one for me?
No,
Oh, sweet.
those are its actions. And Jet, it is your turn. You run down the well and you crawl through the space, coming out to see that there are 4 heads dragging 4 of your companions into the darkness beyond the dancing light.
Are any of them within 60 feet of me?
Yes.
All of them?
Yes.
I suppose I would try to do a quick shadow step over to Abe's captor
Okay.
and deliver him a few smacks with my glowy magic hands.
Okay.
25.
25 will hit.
Excellent.
How many hits are you going to do?
I am going to...
You did already use your bonus action to shadow step, so you could only do... You can't do flurry of blows.
I can't use any Kai points this turn.
Not if it's a bonus action Kai point. Some of them say specific things. But you could do attack, and then you could do a extra attack, normally.
I'm going to use after a hit on... I guess I'll try it for twice and use a Kai point for this effect of Stunning Strike.
Okay.
To potentially maybe a Stunning Strike, if I throw my Kai into this punch, will free Abe, potentially.
What is the... Well, go ahead and roll your second attack.
Yeah. 19.
That will hit. Both will hit. And are you doing the Stunning Strike on the first or second?
Second.
Okay. And what is the Constitution saving throw that I... It's a Constitution save, right?
Yes.
What is the DC?
16.
Okay. It meets. It rolled a 16. So, it's not stunned, but how do you punch this thing?
So for my first punch, what I would end up doing would just be to hit it just on its head somewhere to try to just stop it from like pulling backwards. My second attack would have been to use my Kai to try to like hit it like sort of in the jaw area to where it would try to drop Abe. But my 2 times for damage is a 7 and a 10. 17.
You deal damage to this thing, but it's Stipe Miocic and has
It's
a
what?
super...
Stipe Miocic? Miocic.
Yeah.
Miocic.
Mm-hmm.
The
UFC, the new undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of
Oh,
the
yeah.
world.
Oh, such a great grappler, yes.
From
The
Cleveland,
joke.
Ohio.
He's from Independence, but yeah.
But yeah, so this creature does not have a glass jaw and holds on to Abe. It is Chadley's turn. You are grappled
Yes,
by the arm.
yes, sir, I am.
And it is dragging you into the dark.
Chadley is looking mighty fucked up already after taking that fall damage. His glankles were broken, and then being ushered out of the baby's bird's nest, so he will. It went right into the mouth of a Komodo dragon. he is panicking, and if you don't mind, I am going to Misty Step out of the grapple.
Okay.
So I'm gonna jump back using that about 30 feet away.
Yeah, you can do it. No worries there. Your hands are still free, so even if it was somatic, you could still do it.
Okay. I'm sorry if I deflated your balloon for not killing me on the first turn there, buddy.
No. I'm glad that you've got a way out of this.
Thank you. I missed a step back, and first off, I gotta ask Paul, as a DM, I am Chadley. Do I have dark vision or no?
As a halfling, no.
Okay, just making sure. So I'm required to have these dancing lights up unless there's some kind of lighting source that is giving anything else in this area.
There is no other lighting source in this area.
So I look at this chomp mark that's over my arm, and his eyes are glowing a little bit silver at this point. It's radiant. He is pissed. He's like, all right, gotta hold concentration. Well, fuckface. And since he can only, sorry, he's holding on to fuckface. He can only cast a cantrip at this point because Misty Step is a bonus action spell. And per the rules, I can't cast anything above a cantrip, so I am going to shoot a firebolt at him.
Okay, at which head? The head that you just got away from?
Naturally.
Just because I don't believe in getting revenge immediately on my thing, but trying to focus fire, I'm going to focus on any creature that looks like it got hit recently, which would include the one that Jet hit, I believe.
Yes.
Trying to hold on to the neck. Is it a tangible thing?
Yes.
I don't think anyone of us would have questioned if you cast anything above a cantrip. I definitely didn't know that rule.
You can do it as a reaction if it's not your turn, but otherwise you can't cast two spells on the same turn if one is a bonus, unless the second spell is a cantrip. So, yeah, fun fact.
I'm just saying we wouldn't have questioned you.
Oh, okay. Well, good news is I did roll a natural 20 for the firebolt. So
Nice.
I guess that did hit, maybe. Let me refer to the DM. It's a 30 otherwise.
Yes,
Ben's only got
you
that
hit.
once.
Okay, just making sure. It does hit for 27 damage on a cantrip, baby.
Nice.
And I tried to lift up my middle finger out of the hand that got nearly chomped off, but he can't summon the courage, so he's shouting profanities out in the background here. And I am going to use my movement action to keep myself at least 50 feet away from this this very scary group of creatures at this point.
Okay, just so you have an idea of how long this area is, this place where you can stand up is 60 feet long. Then the crawl space is about 20 feet long.
Okay.
So you could be just at the very back of the open space, but the head was able to get you there. Or you could be in the crawl space behind Brixius.
Oof.
But I mean, the head was able to come out of the entire damn well, so you're really not safe anywhere.
Okay, then even though I know it's not going to give me any advantage, I would be like I'd be Tom the cat from Tom and Jerry, just pressed against the wall, and he sees the bulldog coming towards him. Like, he has nowhere to run, but he's still trying to scramble up.
I like it.
Good deal.
Ambionice's turn.
Does his dark vision tell him anything?
Yeah, this thing's fucking biting me. I want to stick my hands in its fucking eye sockets and do burning hands.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage on, or not damage, roll to hit on Burning Hands. That is a melee attack.
You're like ripping his jaw.
Oh, shit balls.
Burning Hands is a cone effect.
Yes, it
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of something else. But you still need to roll to hit.
If you grab it during a cone effect, though, it's definitely taking some bonus damage.
I rolled a natural 4, and I don't know what to add to it.
You would add your,
Spellcasting
Charisma.
modifier is charisma.
For you, yeah.
So 5.
so you're
I
at
would
9.
crush the 17 portent and replace his move with that instead.
Okay. You just got blessed by the divination wizard. You just rolled a 17.
Solid.
Oh.
Say thank you, Chadley.
Thanks, fuckface.
I mean, he doesn't know I did
He
it.
doesn't know how to happen.
So you rolled a 17. Roll damage on that bad boy.
Let me get your air horn ready.
Hey, you're raging. Gotta moan when you roll.
That's for melees, you fuck. Well,
That's
To roll
for
higher.
That's like
Yeah.
the D20 roll.
fucking 7.
You still did damage.
I crushed a portent for a 7?
Yeah. 3d6 is a fucking 7.
No, that's fair.
Abe, you're up. You
All
are
right.
grappled.
So does it look like all these heads are like coming from like the same spot?
They're all coming from that darkness beyond the dancing
Like
lights.
they're all like connected, possibly.
Possibly, you wouldn't know.
So basically, I want to cast in a 10-foot sphere something that's going to hit as many of the necks as possible without hitting any of us.
Yes, if you cast it right in that dark space where the broken wood wall is, you could hit all 4 necks.
I want to
Potential
do
question. If he casted, just like out of context, like out of game question, if he cast Protect from Good and Evil on something that's evil, would that just like
It
paradox?
doesn't work like that.
Like paradox
hurt
kill it?
itself.
It doesn't work like that.
that. All right, I want to cast Shatter. All right, so Shatter, sudden loud rigging noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of my choice within range. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. Takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed, or half as much on a successful one. If it's made of inorganic material, like stone, crystal, metal, it has disadvantage. And then a non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes damage. And if I cast it at a higher spell slot, which I'm going to do, I get to add an extra 1d8.
Okay, so what is my check and what type of saving throw again?
All right, it's going to be a Constitution saving throw, and you got to beat... what were spell saves DCs? They're...
8 plus proficiency plus your modifier.
All right, so you're going to have to beat 17 with Constitution.
I'm not in this radius, am I?
No.
Okay.
Naturally rolled a 17. So he
Bitch.
takes half damage.
All right, so he's going to take half of 48.
48, that's a lot.
All right, so half of 15.
Half of 15?
So 8.
4d8, and all you rolled was a 15? Damn. Alright, so he takes 8.
TM's talking shit. Damn.
Tears.
But his eardrums are shattered.
Since it's centered on 4 of its necks at the same time, does that do anything extra?
You're saying 4 of its necks, like it's one
Or
being.
like 4... All right. Either 4 different creatures taking damage, which I doubt since you only subtracted from one number. Gonna metagame a little bit here. Or one creature potentially getting hit by the same thing 4 times.
What?
He's saying since there were 4
If it
necks
has
involved,
4
since
heads-
So like if you threw a fireball at a Hydra, it would explode and would hit a bunch of the necks at the same time.
Yes.
It wouldn't just hit like one neck really hard.
Right.
So is that doing that to this thing? Like it's not just dealing that damage to like one neck, it's dealing it to like 4 necks.
I think I think we're just trying to make sure.
I'm trying to squeeze some extra damage out of this basically.
No, the damage that I subtracted, the damage that you said, is the amount of damage that is dealt.
Well dang.
Okay. We're just trying to make sure, because if there's 4 heads or 4 necks and they all have like different health or whatever, it would do.
The heads, don't worry. I know what I'm doing.
Do you?
Brixius, it's your turn.
Sweet. All right. First thing I'd like to do, take out my shield. Second thing I'd like to do, switch from bucket hat to Roman helmet. Third thing I'd like to do, look forward and like kind of the structure of the area we're in. Do I see like a point in the ceiling that if I were to make it explode somehow would collapse and come down and like cut off all of these necks at some point?
It's just soft dirt, so it wouldn't cut them off, but it would cause like bludgeoning damage. Or you could potentially cave in that area that it's coming out of, but you've also seen that it has burrowed its way through the ground, so it would only be a
Minor
stall
inconvenience.
tactic.
All right, also makes sense. All right, then what I would proceed to do would be to cast my Chaos Bolt at, I guess, the head that's grappling my brother.
Okay.
Oh, solid 12.
With your modifiers and everything?
Oh, that's with the modifiers and everything.
Sorry, your Chaos Bolt goes wide and and fizzles against the side of the wall.
And that was a 4 for the Wild Surge.
You have an extra attack?
No, not with the spell. I can't do that.
Okay. Prothean, you are grappled by the leg
I'm gonna do my signature move and inflict wounds, which is
A
a lot of damage.
While he's doing that math real quick, I have the 1 feat know your enemy, where if I observe my enemy for 1 minute, I can figure out too if it's like stats based on asking. Am I able to do that?
Sure. You've been watching this thing. You've seen it for approximately 12 seconds.
That's it so far?
2 turns.
I think
Yep,
that's
that's
Paul
it.
saying, screw you, man.
No, I'm not saying screw you, but you glimpsed it.
A minute is like 10 turns.
Yeah, you glimpsed it up top, then you glimpsed it. You've only been down here fighting it for 6 seconds so far.
Oh, well then I wouldn't be able to do it because I have to spend 1 minute observing it.
Yeah, so if you guys are fighting this for 1 minute, then I'll tell you about it.
You can start
All
activating
right, cool.
All right, Prothean, roll your melee for inflict wounds, and did you hit it?
Natural 18. David, yeah, I'm assuming I hit it with that.
Yep, that'll do it. So how much damage do you do this thing?
I'm casting this as a level 3, so 60, 10.
All right. Jeez.
35.
35, dang. Your head suddenly shrivels.
Mine?
Yes. Your head suddenly shrivels, and it is no longer holding on to you. It is just a black husk.
The head of the creature, I was just like, why is my character's head sinking?
Voodoo, man. It's a voodoo ghost.
Is it dead?
I didn't grab my shoes and nothing.
It's not dead. Well, that head is dead. The rest of it is still alive.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to swing my sword.
You can't do that.
Ah, goddammit.
I'd like to use a bonus action to just kill it.
Now, it is the creature's turn. It is going to... Oh, I also should say, if you guys are grappled, so if you want to escape the grapple, you can also do that your turn. Just so you know.
Sure, what's the DC to escape, friend? Looking great.
You'll find out when you try to do it. But those of you that are still grappled, which would be Abe, Ambionitis, and Prothean is no longer, so just Ambionitis and Abe, the thing is going to try and swallow you.
Shit.
Oh, Jesus.
We got a swallower here.
Hey.
So, Abe, does a 16 hit your armor class?
No.
All right, you just take a bite damage. It's going to clamp down again, trying to engulf you. But it doesn't manage to do that, so it just deals 12 damage to you instead. And then Ambionitis, does a 25 hit your armor class?
Nope.
Brixius, you have to mage hand this to give it the Heimlich maneuver.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So you're going to take 12 damage. Half of that is 6. And you are now being thrown up in the air, and it is going to
I catch him.
unhinge its jaw,
Shit.
and it is going to let you drop down into its throat.
Unless I catch him.
So what you're saying is to take my mage hand and finger its mouth so it throws you up.
Place speed bag on its uvula.
Oh, boy.
Okay, and then a head is going to shoot out of the darkness
What the fuck?
and is going to go for Brixius. Does an 18 hit your armor class?
My armor class is 18.
So it hits you. It's going to bite onto you, dealing 13 damage,
Solid.
and you are now grappled. And then another head is going to shoot out, and it is going to attack Prothean for a 25, clamping back onto your leg right where it had been before. You are grappled again, and you are going to take 12 damage.
All right, just so you know, that 13 that came at me, I am going to parry it.
Okay, go ahead and give me the parry.
Well, I rolled a solid 2, so trying to remember.
You just subtract that damage,
Just the
correct?
2. It doesn't.
I don't know. It's your character.
Yeah, no. We haven't played in a while. It's been almost a month.
We just played last week.
No, we didn't.
No, we
Say,
didn't.
You shouldn't say that, otherwise I might go like Yandere or some shit. You just see Chadley like climbing up the wall, and he's like, oh, he didn't attack me. Dumbass.
Oh, no, I have it. Roll plus dexterity modifier. So, minus 4 damage to that.
You take 9 then.
Oh, Paul, I also want to use a reaction.
Prothean, you wanted to use a reaction?
Yep, Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, when this thing bites onto you, you go for the Hellish Rebuke.
That is, I'm casting this at a 3rd level spell. So that is 4d10 on a failed save or half as much on a successful saving throw.
And what am I saving?
Alright, so 15.
Dexterity saving throw. What do you know? It failed.
How much of this catches on fire? Is it like one giant being engulfed in flames?
He gets surrounded in it.
The neck and the head that bit onto Prothean is surrounded by hellish flames and is going to take 2d10. Go ahead and roll that damage.
No, remember I said I was rolling as a third level?
Oh, okay. 3d10.
40.
4d10.
This is level 1 spell.
All right.
Is there anything that's illuminated when it is engulfed in flame? Like if it's all attached to like one giant body?
No, you're still in this cavern that is being illuminated by the dancing lights. You can't see past.
Very frustrated about that.
26.
26 damage. All right.
Dancing lights is a concentration spell. And that really hurts.
Just give up on it.
Just cast blindly in the dark. Unfortunately, I think 80% of my spells like cast at a point that you can see, and it's like, oh.
How's it looking?
It looks hurt. It really does. But the heads are still active. And actually, since Ambionitis was swallowed, Prothean was attacked, Brixius was attacked, and Jet is in there. Jet is closest. You're also going to get bitten.
How many heads are there?
Oh, but it rolled a natural 1. So this one tries to shoot out, but then hits its head.
I crush a port. No, I'm just kidding.
Hits its head on the edge of the area that all these heads are coming out of and just kind of flops on the ground.
It bites itself and swallows, swallowing itself.
Do I have an
and just
opportunity attack?
disappearing.
No, you don't have an opportunity attack. It's nowhere near you. Okay, it is Jet's turn.
Does it take any damage from hitting its head?
No.
Dang it.
Okay, so I am still attacking this one that is holding on to Abe.
Okay.
I will be hitting it. Let's see. I can only use like my Kai points one time between my 2 attacks.
There are varying degrees of Kai points. Like you could turn each one into a stunning strike if you really wanted to.
So I want to attack once and then do a stunning strike. So that's 3. And then I use my second attack with a Kai point on it for a stunning strike.
So you're going to attack twice, stunning strike each time?
Or flurry of blows first time, stunning strike second time.
Yeah, no, it depends what you want to do. So Flurry of Blows is a bonus action, so you can only do that once.
Okay.
If you want to do Stunning Strike, whenever you hit another creature with a melee weapon, which in this case would be your unarmed strike, you can spend 1 Kai point to attempt a Stunning Strike.
Okay.
So if you want to use a Kai point for Flurry of Blows, then you could turn each one into a Stunning Strike if you really wanted to.
Okay, so I'm going to try to attack it 4 times and use a stunning strike on just the last one again.
I hate monks. No offense, of course. It's just it's like I never believe how many attacks they can do.
So the first one was a 23, and then an 18, and then a 12.
That one won't hit.
Okay, so the last one was a 14.
14 will hit. So you hit 3 times, and
Okay.
Go ahead and describe to me what this is going to look like.
Okay, so
As you kill it.
Abe was not swallowed. So what I'm going to do is I'm still going to try to, like, punch its jawbone. Maybe try to free him there. Is it like you said it's like a skeletal type head? Or
It's like a corpse.
head and neck? Oh, I see. Okay. And then it's going to be like a uppercut. And I'm going to jump up and then try to punch it back down towards the ground.
Okay. And go ahead and while you're rolling damage, what is the DC that I need to hit for the stunning strike? Actually, you know what? That's not going to matter. It'll matter depending on how much damage you do.
Okay, so first one was 7, and 9 is 16, and another 7.
So 23.
3.
That head shrivels. As you uppercut it, punch it back down, you break its neck, and it lies there flat and staring off into the ether. Abe, you are now free.
We gotta get out of here.
It is going to be Chadley's turn.
So, how many of these how many of these fine monsters do I see in front of me at the moment?
You currently see 4.
And are any of them restraining or otherwise swallowing any of our heroes?
Yes. Ambionitis is currently swallowed. Brixius is currently grappled, as is Prothean.
Okay. And you stated earlier that using Shatter seemed to have managed to affected all of them at one point?
Yes.
Okay. Seeing that then, if you don't mind, I'm gonna cast Fireball at 5th level at that area then. It does have a range of 120 feet, so I should be able to reach all the way back there and then some. They'll also give us a good lighting up way back there to see what the hell is going on.
Fireball is an amazing spell.
Okay, can Fireball go someplace that you can't see?
Do you feel like my dancing lights wouldn't have stretched that far? Because they can go 120 feet.
Oh, they can?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, as they're dancing around, you catch glimpses of the room beyond.
Yep, they can hold up to 120 feet. I would have tried to put them around this enemy as much as I can.
Okay, so you are now catching glimpses of this room beyond, but the necks stretch around the corner of this area.
Ooh, do I see anything that would horrify my nightmares even further?
Nope, not in there. Well, actually, yes.
Give me some nightmare fuel, baby.
Any of us?
As the dancing lights are dancing around and you are seen inside this area now, you see bones. You see skulls looking out at you.
No.
And one is still fresh. The curly hair of Carla
Oh God,
is staring at
Carla.
you.
Lodi.
Well, I mean, we already kind of assumed that, so, you know.
Then yeah, I'm gonna shoot Fireball at that point off into the night to try to hit that one sweet spot where you saw all the nightmare creatures here converging here. They will be needing to make a dexterity save, spell save DC, 16.
It rolled an 18 naturally.
Okay, then I am not going to be able to challenge that, so they'll only take half damage. And that is going to be a total of, wow, I rolled 3 1s in my my d6s, which I don't believe I can use to affect because I'm a halfling. That's going to give me a total of 26 damage half, so 13.
Oh, dang.
That's heartbreaking, man.
Use an inspiration point.
Not on those you can't.
Dang.
Can you cast spells while you're concentrating on a spell?
I can if the second spell doesn't require concentration, which Fireball doesn't. That's
Gotcha.
why I got like all these sweet spells higher up I want to use, but because our very well-trained dungeon master decided to force me to keep lights up, I'm just doing stuff I can just toss at him.
Ambionitis, you are up now. There was a flash of light that you can see through this flesh, this putrid flesh that you are stuck inside of.
Go towards the light.
I guess at this point, because I obviously cannot swing a warhammer at it, I guess I'll try Burning Hands on the inside of its throat.
Heartburn.
Right. Fucking 4.
Wait, what are you trying to use?
Burning Hands again.
Oh man, if you only rolled a 4, I'm gonna crush my last portent then and replace that 4 with a 14.
Oh, look at that. You can roll
Nice.
damage.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, get yourself out of there.
I like whatever spell you use to do that.
Class feature. It's pretty nice. I can only do it twice though, so we're screwed after this.
8. Wait.
Um,
I have a divine thing.
I too have class features. Behold!
I can roll a d4 and add it to that. Suck my nuts. Add 4.
12.
Beach.
You luck out. You feel yourself flop against the ground, and the mouth at the far end of the tunnel is hanging limp and open. Everybody else outside can see that this head is now dead.
Me gusta. I blew off the smoke off my fingers, even though I didn't do anything in that case.
Crawl towards the light.
Ambionitis, or no, Abe, it is your turn. You are clamped on to...
He is
Oh, no,
recently
you are-
freed.
Yeah, you are now recently freed.
Okay. So when it's like biting us, that's like a strength attack, right? Like it's using its strength.
Yes.
Trying to decide what I want to do.
I know what you're thinking.
Also, how big of a light source is a bonfire in a 5-foot cube?
I would say 60 feet.
Whatever it is, I like it. I like where this is going.
And The length of the tunnel is 60 feet.
Okay, first off, I want to use a bonus action to cast Hexblade's Curse on this thing that we're fighting.
Okay.
So that gives me... I curse it for a minute. I get to add my proficiency bonus on damage. I get to crit on a 19 or 20. And if it dies, I get HP based on my warlock level and my charisma modifier.
Is that if it dies, period, or if you kill it?
If it dies, period. While it's under the effect of the curse.
Okay.
So I'd like to do that as a bonus action. I'd like to, if possible, switch my pike to an axe and pull out my shield.
You got it.
And then I also want to cast Create Bonfire around, like, back where, like, all the heads are coming from.
Okay.
So Create Bonfire,
Ooh.
cantrip.
Wizard sees fire, needs food badly. I will roll for erection.
Yeah, just create a bonfire in a 5-foot cube. Any creature in the space entering it or ending its turn must make a dexterity save or take 1d8 fire damage. And it lasts for a minute.
So you now have a bonfire there that is illuminating both the room beyond and the cavern that you are currently in.
Cool.
Ooh, I like that. You and I are going to be close friends soon.
Brixius,
Fuck it up.
So one currently has me grappled.
one has you grappled. One is... Well, let's see. The one that was holding Abe... Oh, one is holding Prothean.
Gotcha. I would like to break free of being grappled.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a strength DC.
20.
Oh, look at that. You broke free.
Nice.
Great. And does that count as my action then?
It does.
All right, then I would like to use an... Can taking a healing potion be a bonus action? Or is that a full
I'll
action?
allow you to do it.
All right, so I'm going to do that as a bonus action.
Only if you butt chug it.
So you said that's 44 plus
Plus
4. 11 plus 4 is 15 back. And then I would like to use an action surge, which gives me an additional action and bonus action for this turn. So then, as my next action, I would like to... We're going to try that Chaos Bolt again.
All right. On the one that's holding Prothean?
No, on the one I just broke free of.
Okay.
Fuck Prothean.
Fuck these numbers, dude. 11 doesn't hit. So then what I'm going to do is use Second Wind as a bonus action to get 1d10 health plus my fighter level back. So... It's a 4 plus 8. I'm going to get 12 health back on top of the 15 before, so I get 27 health back. And I guess since I can't seem to hit anything, that's the end of my turn.
Prothean, you are still grappled.
So I can't use a weapon. I'm gonna use Inflict Wounds again.
You can use a weapon.
Oh, I can? I'm going to stab it with my longsword. I got a 16.
That will hit.
How do you kill thing?
And you've got a second attack as well, right?
Yes. 14.
Also a hit. So how much damage do you do to this thing?
1d8 plus 1 per attack, so it was my 8-sided dice. 21 damage.
All right, and so you said 1d8 plus 1. You're adding your strength to those,
Yes.
correct? Okay. So 21 damage?
Yes.
Damn.
How do you kill said thing?
Not quite.
How much health does this guy even have? If he's
You
still
hit
not
it
dead?
so hard, the rest of the body comes out and just gives up and lets this blanket party it.
It's fine.
You do kill this head. So there's that.
How many heads are left then?
There's the one head currently out in the hallway with you that is attacking Brixius that he can't seem to manage to hit.
Called out.
Okay. Come on, let Daddy have his turn. By Daddy, I mean me, not you, Eric.
You guys are gonna hate me.
What do you mean going to?
6 more heads.
Yeah, that's how many tallies he just added to his sheet, so...
Is there going to be like an entire extra creature that comes out and is like, hey, why'd you kill my baby?
Why do we keep killing the Hydra's heads? It's a ghost Hydra.
You guys are each going to be attacked by a head.
Look.
16, does that hit you, Abe?
Nope.
20, does that hit you, Ambionitis?
Oh, yeah.
You take 12.
Yep.
Halved. So you take 6 and you're grappled. Jet, does a 17 hit you?
No.
Damn. Brixius, does a 24 hit you?
Sure.
And you are going to take 13. Prothean, a 12 does not hit you, correct?
It does not.
And Chadley,
Hi.
a 25 is going to hit you.
I flip it off as it chomps around my body. Yes.
It's going to deal you 13.
Okay. I am on death's door. Oof.
Okay, so now we have Ambionitis and Chadley are the only ones that are currently grappled. That is going to be the end of this creature's turn. It is top of the order with Jet.
Brixius was not grappled.
Brixius was not grappled. Oh no, did it hit you?
Yeah, but it didn't grapple me. It's canon.
All right, Brixius is also grappled.
Oh, never mind. Fuck me right.
Sorry. But my plan all along when I heard that, and that's why it confused me, was I was going to whip out my quarterstaff and do like a superhero jump over to the guy who is grappling you and two-handed quarterstaff it in the back of the head to see if it will release you with a stunning strike involved, followed by potentially 2 unarmed punches as I burn my bonus action Kai point for a flurry of blows.
Okay,
And the quarterstaff hit is in 17.
hit.
And the 2 unarmed strikes will be a 21 and a 6.
So you get 1 quarterstaff and 1 punch. It rolled a 19 on the stunning strike, so it is not stunned.
Okay. The quarterstaff hit.
You know, I'm starting to not like this boss, Paul. I feel like this might be a little OP. The fact that it has like a 60-foot reach is terrifying.
Quarterstaff will do a 10. And the unarmed strike will do a 7.
Okay, so 17 done. Chadley.
So I'm currently in the maw of one of these fantastic beasts and where to find them's teeth, correct?
Love it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, what kind of DC, or sorry, not, what kind of spell save or saving throw or whatnot do I need to get out of this maw?
It's a strength save
Okay.
to be ungrappled.
I got a -1 in strength, so I'm gonna like run my ass across its tongue real quick and then Misty Step out once again. Unfortunately, because of that bullshit rule I ran along you guys about not casting anything but cantrips, I will cast Firebolt again.
Just go ahead and do whatever.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. The lights go out and suddenly you see a shadow cast across the back of Chadley. As the shadow reaches across the wall, you see a wicked smile as he goes,
This guy's been hanging out with Prothean.
my sister hated this one. And he like reaches his hands up in a slow motion as black tentacles shoot out from the ground and immediately begin trying to grapple each of these heads that are within a 20-foot range.
So are you casting it at the entrance to the back room?
Yes. I am going to restrain the restrainers.
And what is my spell save?
Your spell save is going to be 16. You're going to have to make a dexterity save on the first time in the turn, or, for the first time or any time it starts its turn there. So
Okay.
each time a head goes there, which I'm assuming it's not moving, it's going to have to make this throw. So let's see what it got.
I rolled a natural 5. It does not, none of the heads succeed.
Ooh, get fucked.
Okay. Let me first get the fun part out of the way. It's going to take 10 bludgeoning damage. And it is going to be restrained by the tentacles. These tentacles are going to shoot out like an awful, like, B-rated hentai and start grappling this thing down.
Man, not even good hentai. B-rated.
No, this is like La Blue Girl. Like, for any references out there, this is, oof, mercy. And it's, anytime that it's already restrained, it's going to automatically take the 3d6 bludgeoning damage. And it will be able to make a check every time that it's turn. Standard action, of course.
Okay. Now that it is restrained, attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and it has disadvantage on all dexterity saving throws, just so you guys know. And it can't move while it's restrained.
Can it restrain while it's restrained?
Well, it already has you grappled, so it can't move any further.
Well, I mean, I Misty stepped out. I was just thinking about anybody else that grappled.
AKA Brixius.
They are still grappled.
So when I'm choking somebody that's trying to swallow an egg, they don't have to automatically spit it out. No, that's fair. I just find it funny.
Yeah. It is Ambionice's turn.
So
Oh, wait, has the creature already went, right?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot. It's supposed to make...
Who said it was in the bonfire?
Oh, it's not in the bonfire?
No.
No part of it's in the bonfire?
Fine, I'll have one head in the bonfire.
One head like slithering around in the bonfire.
The one that hit its head and fell down.
Haha!
It just has to make a dexterity save against 17.
It rolled a 19.
Well, dang.
Oh wait, no.
does it-
No, it rolled a 17. So it still succeeded.
It's just got a little toasted.
I don't have anything about half damage. It's only a cantrip, so I'm assuming it's not. So,
Ambientitis.
So since I'm grappled, I cannot swing my warhammer over this thing.
Sure, you can.
Well then, fuck.
Warhammer it twice, baby.
I want to do that aggressively.
You're raging, by the way.
I am raging.
You know what that means. That was a good roll.
Yeah, that was a good one. Will a 21, 26,
Yes.
28, 28.
Yes.
Nice. 13, 18, 20, 21.
Yes.
Solid. 21.
21 done. The head that you just struck and the one that that hit its head on the wooden structure that just managed to dodge out of the bonfire, both of those die with that strike. It is now Abe's turn.
all right. So there's still one like that tried to bite me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Use
I
your
want
magic
to-
eye.
That's not gonna help.
I don't know what it can do.
Are you
Yes.
yelling at me in character to
Yes.
use my magic eye? I'm gonna
Yes.
say that's not gonna help. All right. I'm gonna use a bonus action to also designate this thing my Slayer's Prey, which first hit each turn I make with a weapon does an extra 1d6, and I want to swing at it with my axe twice.
And you're rolling with advantage.
Roll with advantage.
Thank you.
That doesn't help. Okay.
I want to be useful, guys.
Well, it's gonna be 17 the first time,
17 hits.
and natural 20 the second time.
Oh, we got a crit.
Nice. Oh man, where's Eric with that air horn?
Oh, that was B-Rich before.
Oh, was it? My apologies.
That's
So
all
I'm
right.
swinging with a battle axe. All right, so it's going to be for 2 hits, one
Hold
with
on, we
critical.
got an air horn coming in.
Oh.
I have a drinking problem. I'm an air horn.
All right,
I
so
think I need one more air horn. Just one.
Good.
All right, so it's going to be
Thank you. I was like,
roll the damage die twice, add the modifiers twice, and then roll the damage die one more time.
yes.
Okay. Probably could have explained that in a better way, but yes.
you know, this all could have ended if we just went down the well the first time.
I get to add the extra.
Right.
That. Okay, so 24.
24 total damage.
Yep.
Okay. I
Do
don't know.
I
Between
kill
Brixius and
it?
Prothean, I think we're gonna get it.
Do I kill that head?
No.
Dang it.
You don't get head. Not tonight, my boy.
Well, as the head tries to bite me, I want to angle my shield just so it slides to my left. I want to step to the side and just wail the fuck down on it as like it's going past.
All right, Brixius, you are up.
Classy.
I'm going to kill it.
Are you?
Yeah.
You can try.
No, that's just what I'm gonna do.
You are grappled.
Let's say power word kill. You got it? Cool.
Alright, but we've agreed that while grappled, you can still swing a warhammer.
Yes.
Alright, then I will swing said warhammer. And I have advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
25
That'll
for
do
the
it.
first one. I'm gonna swing twice. Oh, that was on his side. So,
You just hear Chadley whisper in your ear from afar, believe in yourself.
the other one is going to be 22.
That's also a hit.
Rad.
Remember who you are.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Remember who you are. You are my son, the one true king.
You a bitch.
We need like some dwarven drums playing in the background right now.
25 damage. How does this thing look when it dies, you say? Awesome. So, while grappled, I take the bottom end of my warhammer, and I'm gonna bring it down into. It doesn't really have like a. Well, I want to go like where its like stomach would be, I keep picturing these things like giant caterpillars, and that's what's been slinging around in here is like caterpillars with like skull heads.
Are you afraid
But
of
so-
caterpillars?
Yeah, I must be like, it must be my
Now he is.
thing. So yeah, I'm grappled by it. I take the bottom end of my warhammer and I slide it or swing it down into like its gut area, hoping that it would release me in doing so, and then I would just like to turn and spin around, and as I'm spinning, put my weight behind it and kill it.
As you swing around and put your weight behind it, it shrieks in pain, and all the heads get sucked back into its body.
While it's restrained? Impossible.
They get sucked back into its body, and releasing your arms of Hadar and moving into this room, you see that it is a basement, and in the corner is like when you step on an insect and you don't quite kill it, but it's wriggling around as it's slowly dying. You see these heads like cocking around like an exorcism movie as it slowly stops.
Go ahead, Prothean, and walk out.
I look at Abe and I say, see what happens? I killed that thing in one hit, and then with one hit killed all of them.
I saw a couple other hits from you though.
No, I didn't hit at all on it.
Oh yeah, you cast the.
And now that this thing is dead, you are suddenly being flush with memories. Not quite remembering exactly what happened, but you do have memories that this thing had been singing, that its heads had been waving above the city, singing its terrible guttural voice song, which made you forget.
I know where my phone is now.
I want to be taking more furious notes.
And that is it. So, Chadley, now that your task is complete and you realize that Thornton was your longtime partner and friend and had died at the hands of this Hydra, this false Hydra, where would you like to go? What are you going to do?
Guys, my work here was finished the moment I smoked these guys. Honestly, sounds like you guys get most of the credit. I was more of a support character, if you will.
So where's our payment? I think we agreed on 60 gold each.
Absolutely, including me by Mr. Steve Hadaway up there. I forgot his name.
Hallowell.
Richard Hallowell. Dick Jr. up there will more than happy to pay you the money. I have other travels I need to go. I mean, we saw something amazing last night in our dreams. Helaros communicates with all that he chooses by destiny. And honestly, I think he has one ready for me.
I want to put two hands over Torm's or over Prothean's ears as he's saying that.
It's weird. Honestly, I was never really the kind of guy that enjoyed picking the fights where I didn't get the spotlight. But seeing you guys swing, getting the big hits in, surviving with 4 health, I think I'm okay with that. I think I can live with that, literally and figuratively.
You had 4 fucking health left.
Yeah. Like my arm is like partially detached and like, hey, it's a fixer-upper.
I meant to on my last turn use my bonus action to give him more health, which I could have done. Oh well, it's dead.
Had about 104 left.
It's like honestly, it's not even a big deal. Like that fireball is terrible. If I was Taylor, I would have obliterated that thing in one hit.
Well.
Oh no, I heard it.
Oh
Yeah, wait.
I choose not to.
Abe doesn't give a shit. Abe doesn't know about Taylor, so
You know
that
who
just
now?
means nothing to him.
Fucking Taylor.
The fuck you say about my sister?
Oh.
You just hear Dosh screaming.
Shit.
This conversation could last an entire another episode.
But I think we're going to have to cut it here. It's been a super long episode. It's late at night for a lot of us. And
Yeah, I'm due for my Starbucks.
Tyler, we really appreciate you joining us for 2 episodes, fighting this terrible beastie. And we hope you enjoyed your time with us.
Honestly, I think the pleasure is all mine. I had a kick with you guys.
For all of our listeners out there, check out Casual Master Quest. Quick plug for that podcast?
Absolutely. If you guys heard it before in the last episode, you heard it here, but just in case you guys need reminding for some forsaken reason, Casual Master Quest is going to be your top-notch, bullshitty way of enjoying your video game news and tropes. Anything adjacent to video games, we cover it. You can join me and my two other partners, Nick and Glenn, and we just love tearing anything apart. We don't really like focusing on the main thing that's happening that day, but rather something on the side. For example, Comic-Con happened in our general area, so we started discussing what is our favorite cosplay, the wear if we want to have a good day off. I voted Wind Waker Ganondorf.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. If you listeners enjoyed what you heard on this episode, leave us a review on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, or Stitcher. 5 stars is the best. If you want to follow us, you can follow us at Death Saving Bros on social media or at Life Saving Bros on Instagram for tips, tricks, and other gaming materials to bring your D&D campaign to life. If you would like to follow us personally, you can follow me at HB Camper.
You can follow me at Benfro15.
Follow me at Ima_B_rad.
And you can eat a dick and follow the main page.
I forgot I get 9 HP since we killed it. But also you can follow me on PlayStation, PS4, as Fat-Smith.
Follow me home.
I will happily, watching from every lamppost, senpai. You can find me on Twitter at 2timestyler, all letters, one word, 2timestyler.
And those of you listening in your car, in your home, or wherever you may be, make sure you aren't seduced by the song of the false Hydra, and keep saving those death throws. We'll see you on the next one. Some of the sounds and background music in this production are copyright material. The songs Air Prelude, Bump in the Night, Clash Defiant, Classic Horror 1, Come Play With Me, The Descent, Dragon and Toast, The Dread, Hitman, I Can Feel It Coming, Laid Back Guitars, Leaving Home, Long Note 2, Malicious, The Path of the Goblin King version 2, Sardana, Shades of Spring, Thinking Music, and Twisting are by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com. Licensed under Creative Commons Attribution License 4.0 and sourced from filmmusic.io. The tracks Doomsday Clock and Hidden Place are music by Orchestralis. The Death Saving Bros theme song is an abridged version of the song Run by Kai Angle and sourced from the Free Music Archive. This track is used with permission under Creative Commons Attribution License 4.0. You can read the full license at creativecommons.org/licenses/by/4.0/legal code.